Welcome to episode 390 of In Touch with iOS, the show that talks about iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV, Vision Pro, Mac, and related technologies. I'm your host, Dave Ginsburg, and we're going to welcome our panel this week. As always, in the first slot, Jill McKinley is here. How you doing, Jill?
I'm doing great, and I'm glad it is the end of the week.
Me too. Me too. In fact, I have the day off tomorrow because we're having a global well-being day.
Oh.
The whole company is off. So fun times. Marty Jencius is here. He seems to be in a different location. How you doing, Marty?
Yeah, Global Wellness Day or something, Dave. We just ditched school. We just ditched school when we didn't want to go to it.
Yeah, it was more fun that way.
Yeah, I'm in Philadelphia at a conference, and had a fun time getting here this morning. That's a different story, but early in the night, waking up really quickly, having vertigo, and then attempting to drive to the airport in the dark. Not a great safety thing to do. But my belly's full of dim sum, and I'm ready to do this thing.
Yeah. The only thing I want to know, Marty, is were there a couple people up to no good who started making trouble in your neighborhood?
No.
Oh my gosh. That voice was Ben Roethig. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing better now that I'm not dealing with email crap.
Okay. I'm glad. Yes, you were having some struggles with your email client. Also here, Jeff Gamet. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing all right, and I'm super happy to see you, Dave.
Me too. Me too as well. And also here is Eric Bolden. How you doing, Eric?
My email just came back. Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm so excited. So I'm doing really well now.
Who's your visitor behind you this week?
That is a chipping sparrow. Just hanging out in the sun, chilling.
Okay. All right. We always can count on you for those fine looking birds. So got plenty of things to talk about this week, including Vision Pro, Mac, and all the other things. But let's just go ahead and get started here. First off, in touch with Vision Pro this week. Vision Pro OS, VisionOS 26.1 Beta 2 was released. Not much really to talk about on this. We have the actual developer release notes as a link here. Just a couple of bug fixes and different features and all that fun stuff. Eric or Marty, you have anything you want to add on it? I don't think there's really much to say about it this week, right?
Well, I think one thing that would make Ben really excited, they're working on getting the game controller timing fixed. So there were some delay problems with people using game controllers, and so apparently they did some bug fixes with that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That'll get you killed.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to add, Eric?
I am off of betas for a while. I could not take the stress. I'm just on regular releases.
Oh, okay.
Although I did finally break down and order the developer strap, which has not yet gotten here.
No.
Oh, no.
$299.
But
I
know
it massages you.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
I hope it does
enough
something.
people who have ended up with issues like on a weekend or at night when there's no Apple Store open, and then I can do restores. So,
Okay.
What
So
is
you're
the
doing-
developer strap?
You're doing
This magic thing.
what lets you have a USB port you can plug in.
Oh, okay.
We'll put a link in the show notes for Jill so she knows what it is. But yes, it is a insane, crazy developer strap.
Yeah, it just
thought you-
massaged $290 out of Eric's wallet.
$300 really.
$300. Yeah.
I thought
Well, I
you bought
think-
the man purse, but I didn't.
No, wait.
Yeah.
You could find it on eBay for $539. Well, how nice.
Wow.
We'll have a link in the show notes for everybody. To explain what that is, it's basically a dongle that connects to the Vision Pro that allows you to be able to connect to it if it craps out. And I talked about that on previous episode when it happened to me, and I had to go to the Apple Store and have him do it. But Eric is right. He wants it fixed. He doesn't want to wait till the next morning. And yes, he can do it himself.
And he can do it for
$300.
everybody who
Yeah,
wants
so
to call him.
Now I know where to
know
go.
who can mail me a developer strap if I
Yeah.
need it. So that's about it on that part. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the elevated episodes that just came out. The first episode was Hawaii, and this is what these are. These are the immersive videos that are available on the Apple Vision Pro, and they had one for the summer, which was Hawaii, and the Hawaii one was pretty amazing. Tim Robbins was actually guiding you from above, and it was very amazing immersive experience. About 6 minutes. It was soaring shots across the smithering volcanoes, rushing waterfalls, and breathtaking ocean cliffs, and then talking about all the going through and just describing all the different islands, including the big island Hawaii, where it started off with and worked all its way over to Oahu and Kauai. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good one. I watched it again because that was the first one that was released. But this new one that just released this week was about the state of Maine. It's the second episode. It's an equally stunning set of aerial shots above the pine tree states, a stunning autumn landscape. And I must say it was quite stunning because the colors during that time in the fall is very, very breathtaking, to say the least. And I've seen many pictures in the past. I've been to Maine, but I was there in the summertime, so I didn't get to experience how the fall is. But I know the fall is quite gorgeous. So Eric, what did you think of that video of Maine? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, really, really nice. And you get to see some waterways, some bridges, some railroad track areas, as well as overview of trees and background information on numbers of different kinds of trees. And the scenery was well worth it. Nice and relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
How about you, Marty? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I am still stunned. Did Apple go up there and make all the colors changed? Because we talked about this, that I'm not sure it is fall up there yet. At least what you see in the video. Yeah, well, it could have been filmed last year.
Yeah.
But at this rate,
yeah,
now it is. But the turnaround on it must have been quick if it was just filmed this fall.
Yeah,
but
I would probably venture to say it was filmed in last year, and they just put 2025 as the year to release it. So,
hey, and Marty, I think what they really do, in the Photos app, there's that little magic wand thing.
Yeah,
they just click that in the summer, and it makes it fall.
Well, at this rate, they're going to run out of states. If they keep putting them out like this. But of course, by the time they get to the 50th state, we'll have Canada as a state and Puerto Rico as a state and Greenland as a state. So
we can just make more.
Yep.
Yeah. Make more states.
It takes a long time to get to Guam to film there. So,
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it
they could do the entire Pacific Ocean there.
Yes. And here's this island, and here's this island.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and move on. It was very beautiful, and I'm hoping for more content. We really want more content. We're just itching for it. Marty, of course, had to spend my money again this week. He found this pretty cool headset extension for the Vision Pro. It's made by a company called Hover, and it's called the Hover. It's a headset strap, and basically what it does is it gives you a much better way of getting immersed in your most comfortable position. It has a bit of a hack feature where it actually flips up like an old man's sunglasses. You can flip them up and go above your head.
That sounds awesome.
That's the best part of the ad. If you go into the buy now section, it says
there's a video here.
There's not only a video, but they say, when a problem comes along, you must flip it. And they show the thing flipped up. Yeah, it's great. It's and it's $64. So
Yeah. Of course, we both had to buy it, which we haven't received it yet, so I haven't tried it. But interesting thing is, it does. You still use the app, the strap that comes with the Vision Pro, and you attach it to this device, and it basically has a little bit of a visor above the Vision Pro. And you just put it in place, but it gives you a bit of that perspective when you're using it, and then making it much easier to flip up than having to just take it off. And I guess it balances the weight. I guess we'll find out when we get it, right? Marty?
Yeah. It was after I purchased it that I went back and actually read the ads, and they have some Easter eggs.
I'm not that bad. I at least read it a little bit.
It has a sound reflective scoop thingy.
Yeah. Well, it's like what's in the box, a little bit Stormtrooper, a whole lot of fun. May the Force be with you. Yeah. And the other one that I love is slide it to adjust the distance from your uniquely beautiful face. Apple didn't think of that either. Blah, blah, blah. Think differently.
I have this feeling this is a division of D-band, the ones that have the covers. That
it does have that D-band feel. You're right.
Yeah. So check it out. We'll report back and let you know how we've enjoyed it. And I have this feeling I'm probably gonna put it back in the box, but that's okay.
Now you can be like Doc Brown. Where he flips up his glasses.
Yeah.
Marty, you have to put
Scott. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Or where they live,
Yeah.
With the glasses on.
So, oh boy. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's go on to beta this week. iOS 26.1 beta 2 was released. It's now available this week. This is a new build for most of the devices, all the devices that came out. There wasn't a ton of what came out this week on this. They did have a few interface tweaks and music app improvements. They did add some more languages for Apple Intelligence. They are expanding upon the AirPods live translation. Live translation, expansion. So they're going to be adding even more languages. So it really wasn't too much. I didn't notice anything on the beta I put on my 16E. Anybody, Marty or Eric or anybody else? Did you avoid the beta on the iPhone too, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my iPad mini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't. It's there.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about the iPad in a minute.
Yeah, the iPhone has one small but rather interesting change. With iOS 26, they introduced larger buttons for timers and alarms.
Yeah.
In 26.1 beta 2, instead of having to press stop for your alarm, you now have to slide it over.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
I noticed
I think we have
this morning.
An article on that.
Yeah, I noticed it this morning because I set as many alarms as I could to get up. And a different thing, how they used to have where you think you're turning it off and you're really just pushing it on snooze, and then you're in the shower and it rings. The buttons were so indiscernible. Now these big buttons are back, bigger and much clearer to address.
Yes, they used to be so tiny.
Yeah,
and they'd always switch the order on you. So you get snooze thinking you were pressing stop.
Mm-hmm.
You people and having snooze active. First thing I do when I'm setting up alarm is go in and turn off the snooze thing.
You can turn that off.
Yeah, you can. But back in the day, if I would have turned off snooze back when I had insomnia and all these problems, I would have just turned it off and then gone back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then be really in trouble.
Well, I mean, okay, so Jill, another insomnia buddy. I wasn't asleep anyhow.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that is true. Jeff, you just talked about iPad OS 26.1 beta 2.
Yeah, sorry, jumped ahead on you.
No, that's okay. It's all the betas were added there, but I believe there was some new features with the Windows that came out, and don't have it in this article, but there was a bit of a change
feature.
There. Yeah. They added it back.
Oh, right, slide over came back.
Slide over.
No. Slide over. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I just grabbed my mini so I could look and see if my windows are different. But yeah, slide over.
Slide over. There it is. I have it down here. Yeah. I probably should have moved that up with the other.
Just slide it right over, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, it is the slide over feature has now returned. Currently, it's not in 26.0.1. So if you know what that was, you were able to slide over you tap the green icon and move the apps window over, and the sizing controls are there. So it slide over a little, gives you supports a single app. So it's not quite the same as the older version of slide over, but it's a welcome addition for what we were missing. So
I don't get why they got rid of it in iPadOS 26.
Kind of weird, definitely for sure.
It's probably one of those things where they got enough feedback asking for it, where they're like, fine, we'll add it back in windowed mode or single windowed mode.
Yeah. And then watchOS 26.1 beta 2 is out. Not much to talk about the reporting on that. So you have that available. Unless something you saw, Ben.
One other thing for iPadOS on beta 2, they added a gain adjustment control for the microphone.
Oh, that's good.
Bad communications will get you killed.
That's long overdue. Yeah.
Especially when podcasting on an iPad, since it's now actually possible.
Yeah. tvOS has its new for the TV, Apple TV 4K. So that is released. Not much to really report on that. We might see some more stuff, but no, that's been pretty much the trend with tvOS for a while now. So not much we could say about that. And then the public betas are also out as well, and we pretty much reviewed up what's going in iOS. And then you guys just talked about the alarm. That was the article. I couldn't find it. It's got the slide over now, so that's cool. So we'll make sure you see that reference in the show notes as well. Couple of other things I kind of wanted to stand out with the 26.1 that we did talk about. There were a couple of features that are out here, and my browser's giving me nothing but trouble here. I may have to switch. They got some new features here that we're going on here. Bear with me a second here. I'm going to switch browsers. This is killing me at the moment.
What was I saying earlier? The two critical application categories, and both of them, everything is crap. Email and browsers.
Yep.
What if you look at your email in a browser?
Total protonic reversal.
Guess I need to abandon Firefox. So here's some of the features. We talked about the alarms with the slider that's there, and then the intelligence languages, and pretty much what we're finding. The fitness app has also got some custom workouts that you can do on the iPhone. There are options for workout type, estimated active calories, effort, duration, and start time. The settings app, they did some just these cosmetic stuff here. It's just this alignment of icons and text in the settings app. All the settings with headers now feature text as now that text aligned to the left instead of in the center aligned, because they were doing a lot of centering, and now it's all so general shows to the left, and so is Wi-Fi and all the other ones. When you tap into a home screen folder, the name of the folder at the top is aligned instead of center aligned. So they're doing these left assign. I don't know if I like this, honestly. Do I want things to the left instead of the center? Always used to having something in the center, aren't you guys?
Part of that I see with that is there are a lot of cultures that actually focus from right to left is how they they communicate, or their written languages and things like that. So outside of our Western culture, it's always left to right. So it just makes me wonder about that. And the center's kind of a compromise.
Yeah.
If you
go ahead.
Wow. Okay. Let me start over. I'm going to go out and come back in again, just like Monty Python. Okay. So, does that make it easier on eyes? And I'm thinking also left-handed versus right-handed. Does it make any difference for that? I haven't played with this, so I don't know.
Well, back when I was publishing magazines, we could use center, but we were told that the eye looks for the left, at least in the United States.
Yeah.
And it helps the eye find it right away.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
So more to come on some of the changes here. Apple did release a firmware upgrade for the AirPods Pro 3, the Pro 2, and the AirPods 4. And of course, you never know what the heck they put a released on it, but I have this feeling it's a start of the testing for the live translation, added languages and such, that they're doing the updates. And we'll definitely have we'll definitely have some reports to when that comes out, because that's going to be in 26.1, where it's going to have the newer languages. I still haven't tried that yet. But yeah, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. What you expect, just run the update. If you have it hooked up to your iPhone, iPad, or Mac, and it's connected, it just updates by itself. You never notice it, and it drives a lot of us who like to do our updates nuts, because you don't know if it updated or not. As we have this thing, we got to make sure everything's up to date right away. So so it's definitely going to see where that goes. But other thing I want to talk about here real quick is a question. This was a good article. It's what can I plug into my iPhone 17 USB-C port? The 17 Pro and Pro Max and the iPhone Air use the feature in a USB-C port at the bottom of the phone, and it's just when you're upgrading from an older phone, it means you don't that old Lightning connector isn't going to work anymore. But basically what it has is it's added things like universal USB-C charging, so you can use the cable that comes in the box, and that I'm sure that's short-lived if they started not including one with the AirPods. But you can charge other devices using your iPhone 17's battery. So if you have the bigger batteries like this Pro Max, and then you wanted to charge, like, let's say, your AirPods, you can plug that into the AirPods. It would charge it that way. You can connect to external displays. I've done this many times, where you can use a USB-C, like a USB-C to HDMI cable, and show your screen directly on a TV or a 4K monitor. Done that many times before, and doing presentations and such. Portable storage, done that many times. And you guys, I'm assuming many of you, if not all of you, have done that before, to take a external drive, especially a photographer who's using a Pro or Pro Max, who's taken some seriously big photos, especially if they're shooting RAW, that you can get the nice little external USB-C drive to copy everything. You can even connect Ethernet if you wanted to. That has capabilities of being able to have Ethernet if you wanted to have a wired internet connection for some reason. If it's critical, you have a solid internet connection instead of Wi-Fi. And then you can use headphones that work with your phone and your computer. So you can use a USB-C headphone if you wanted to. Jeff, have you tried that? I've not tried a USB-C like a full out headphone. Have you tried that, Ben? Either one of you?
I have. Yeah, I've connected my my Beat Solo 4 directly via USB. It's great.
Okay. That's great.
I plug in external DACs to the USB-C ports. Okay. And that's great, because if you have a portable DAC and really good wired headphones, now you have fantastic audio wherever.
Huh.
Yeah, since it uses all standardized drivers, everything just works.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I didn't see on here was microphone, and I am one of these Merlin people that you can identify birds with Merlin, and you can plug a microphone right at the bottom of your iPhone and go identify birds with the right microphone.
I can tell you most likely why that's not listed, and that's because you're probably not getting enough power out to drive the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
But
you also need a special cable.
No, if it's a USB-C mic.
Well, I will say I had problems with the lightning cable, and I had to buy a special Shure cable to get it to work as a microphone.
Okay.
Because it had a voice channel thing in it. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I've used that frequently, like weekly.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought interesting to see what there is with that. So
has anyone plugged a watch charger into the phone?
Yeah, that should work, right?
Yeah, that's been really helpful since my watch keeps running out of power before the phone does.
Yeah, I mean, using standard two-way charging, it should just see the iPhone as just a battery charger, right?
Yeah,
testing it right now. I'm stuck in this hotel with all the.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here. We'll get to a few more tips in a minute here. I wanted to hit somewhat one thing I wanted to ask Marty about. He mentioned this to me this morning that of course he did fly out to Philadelphia this morning, and he used the AirPods Pro 3 for the very first time on a plane. And I'm going to be flying out tomorrow night, so I'm now. If you told me this, I'm even more anxious to find out how my experience is going to be. But tell everybody what your experience was using it on the plane.
The noise reduction was incredible. Insignificant from the previous iPod Pros, Pro 2s, which I had. You could, in the past, you could hear a bit of the engine noise coming through on the 2s, but not enough to say, okay, I can't watch this movie because of that. With this, it was just really well. It was very clean. Now, here was the problem. The seal was so good that when I started listening to a movie, I put them in, and then when the plane descended, the air pressure changed outside in the cabin, but it didn't change in my ears. So it was like pulling that thing out and poppity, poppity, poppity. Plus, I think I had what was a throat infection that turned into an ear infection last week. So I was just really, but that tells you something about the seal. That the seal was so good with that in terms of the new iPod 3. So I don't see me taking my iPod Maxes on the plane anymore.
No point. I stopped taking the big headphones on the plane. Just don't point lugging around. Like, and these AirPods have been fine. Now with the battery life, it's been better on these. So you'll get unless you're going to a really long international flight, that you'll get a good experience. Be able to use it pretty much the whole flight.
Yeah, it was exceptional.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Even more reason I'm happy that I have the new AirPods.
Yep.
So,
and Dave, one little update on the question that was just asked on the last story.
Yep.
Yes, an iPhone will charge an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. I'll put that in the show notes.
In fact, it will charge an Apple Watch while the phone itself is being charged by MagSafe.
Wow.
Wait,
Mine wasn't being charged by me. Mine wasn't being charged by MagSafe, but it did charge the Apple Watch.
Yeah. So that's kind of something to think.
And a phone hooked up to a phone and then a watch.
Yeah, why? I might as well just bring my. I might as well just bring my my Apple Watch with my watch charger and just use MagSafe and that. And then you're done. That kills off two birds with one stone, right there.
I think a watch, a phone, Christmas tree lights, a watch and a phone,
and a disco ball.
And a disco ball when you're in your room, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. A couple more tips I want to hit on with iOS 26. One of them, again, we go back to AirPods here. Keeping your AirPods connected when you get into your car. If you wear AirPods during your commute, and if you don't want your podcast music to suddenly blast through the car speakers when you start the engine, there's a new setting in iOS 26 that can ensure that it doesn't happen. Apple has thoughtfully added a new keep audio with headphones setting that prevents your iPhone from automatically switching audio to CarPlay or other Bluetooth speakers when you're already listening to them through your AirPods. And here's how you toggle it on. There's instructions. So you're basically you go into the settings app, general, AirPlay, and continuity. And it says there's a check off there. Keep audio with headphones. You turn that on. And with that setting, enable your music, podcasts, or calls will continue to stay with your AirPods even after your iPhone connects to your car's Bluetooth system. So you can always manually switch to the car speakers if you want to the control center AirPlay. And this feature also works with other wireless headphones too. So it's beyond useful for beyond in-car scenarios. Stops that from jumping real quick there. That was a good tip. That you could do that for Bluetooth there.
You shouldn't listen to your AirPods while driving.
I would agree.
But it blocks out the guy who's tailing you and honking because you're slowing him up.
And honking at you because the bridge is out and you're about to drive over the edge of it. Oops.
Wow. That went dark.
No kidding. You would not see the bridge whether you your AirPods in or not.
Yeah.
But other than certain use cases, or which may or may not be legal depending on your state, if you're going out running, have your AirPods in, and need to turn on your car just to have the AC on, but don't want necessarily everybody else in the car hearing your conversation.
Yep.
Or if you're not leaving, there are definite use cases for this. And of course, everything will end when you put your AirPods in their case.
Yep.
Or in my case, you put your AirPods in your case when you haven't been listening to music, and then your iPhone just starts playing music. What the hell's up with that?
Sounds like iOS.
Yeah. And then couple other tips here. iOS 26, you can see your full call history with any iPhone contact. It's buried within a hidden history that lets you see every call you've ever exchanged with a specific contact, potentially going back years. You might not know this, but you can access this detailed call history in seconds. Viewing the new extended history can come in handy when you are needing a recall when last spoken with someone. It's also pretty useful when you want to verify a call duration for whatever reason. How do you get to it? You open the iPhone app, the phone app on the iPhone. In the unified view, you find the contact in the recents section, and then whose call history you want to view. Tap the contact's name. If you're using the classic interface, you tap the little icon next to their name and then scroll down the call history. And then it brings up all these different lists of histories and what somebody you've talked to. I didn't even know about this. Did you guys?
That's really neat.
I did not.
Your spouse's attorney probably knows about it. That would be
right.
And I checked what my spouse's calls. I've been thousands of them in that history.
Yeah, this is what I call evidence.
Yeah,
turn it off.
And then one other tip relating to the iPhone: make your iPhone wait on hold for you. If you make a call and it's placed on hold, a new feature in iOS 26 will do the waiting for you, so you can do other things. Hold Assist, it's called. It listens for hold music playing and then alerts you when the person comes on the line, so you can pick up the call. Hold Assist is available on any iPhone that supports iOS 26. It's not. No, and it is not Apple Intelligence feature. The feature works automatically on demand, and there's no settings to toggle or no settings setup required. There's just a few things worth knowing when you expect the time when you're to use it. So when you place the call on hold during a phone call, the hold assistant will automatically launch after 10 to 15 seconds. You'll know about it when the notification appears on the screen asking hold this call. Tap hold the button to activate the hold assist, then tap the X to dismiss the notification to stay on the line yourself. And then when the hold assist is active, you just return the iPhone to the iPhone's home screen. A notification will appear briefly confirming that you're on hold. And you continue on to whatever you're doing until it then notifies you in the dynamic island for live activity that it's and it actually shows that is this person from customer service. Can I assist you? I thought this was a really cool feature because so many times we sat on hold and you have it on speaker for 20 minutes trying to get a hold of somebody, and now you can just be on your merry way and just watch for it to be visible. So.
I tried it last
week. You did? Okay.
Well, I had to call the VPN support line from my work, and I heard it was hours waiting for that. And I just hit it to set it, and it said, "Hi, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Come on, man! I was testing this."
So it works even better than you thought. The magic, they're really there, bud.
Dang it. No.
It probably makes them listen to their own hold music.
That's what I thought.
That's what makes them pick up the phone right away.
I want to make sure I recognize everybody in the chat tonight at youtube.com/intouchedbyos. We see Witherbucket and Cletus is in the chat, a number of others. And Witherbucket said that I saw the option come up on a phone call recently. Didn't feel brave enough to try it yet. I can't say I blame you, but you can join us every week here in the chat and interact with us while we're recording the show live here on youtube.com/intouchedbyos. So let's go ahead and move on to In Touch with Mac. A couple quick things. They did release Tahoe 26.1 Developer Beta 2, and I believe the public beta is out as well. So I didn't notice a ton of stuff that was changed in it. I think basically bugs and AI groundwork is basically what they've added. So not much to note. Any you guys on beta notice anything, Ben or Marty or even Jill?
No,
I think this was uneventful.
It's just kind of weird because you get a beta, and then it takes you maybe a day or so to load it, and then you start looking for things. You don't notice any change, and then you get another beta, and you begin to doubt what you missed on the last beta, but it doesn't appear like we're missing much.
Yeah.
It's basically like an Apple TV beta.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, the Apple TV beta cleaned up my darks in my TV, so that did something.
Nice.
Yeah. One app I found, which I thought was cool, it's called Folder Quick Look. Anybody try this before?
Yeah.
No, but I downloaded the second I saw it in the notes.
Okay, good. It's basically a preview folder that archives content, including zip, rare, and more, that it will instantly, in the Mac OS Quick Look, just select a folder and press the space bar, just like like you normally do in Finder, but this goes even more. It brings up a really cool list of all the files that are in the folder. It'll tell you even more detailed information about it, and it'll have a lot of great information here, and it's absolutely free. It's got a lot of great ratings, and this is a super cool utility to have. So I think it's something that Apple should have added into Mac OS, honestly.
Yeah.
So go check that out if you haven't already. And thought that was really cool, this app for Mac. So
it's even
installing right now.
Yeah. Check her out. So moving on to other topics, it was the Amazon Prime buy days, not the Amazon Prime sales that they have in summer. And boy, oh boy, I fell for a lot of stuff this time around. And it was interesting to hear what you guys have had purchased and got some stuff here. But I bought way too much stuff this time. But anybody want to share what they took advantage of in the Amazon Prime buys?
I'm grabbing a link for you right now, Dave.
No.
So
you're gonna make me buy something, right?
Oh,
too late.
No, well, Dave, you already know what this is because I sent you photos of the whole setup in action. So what I bought, it's going into the private chat right now, since I can't get into the YouTube live chat.
Or you can do show notes too.
Oh, right. I'll put it in the show notes. Okay. So this is a camera mount arm that it articulates. And so you can attach it to your desk, or if you have, like in my case, right up here, there's a pole that I have a studio light on. So I just clamped it onto to that pole and then ran it over above my monitor. So now my camera, it's sitting right here in front of me, and it doesn't take up much space at all. And when I don't need to use the camera, then I just release one of the like wingnut finger clamp things and spin just fold it over on one of the hinges and get the camera out of the way. And it's so it's called the Neewer 22-inch Magic Arm with Desk C clamp, overhead camera mount with articulating mic boom arm, 1/4 inch 3/8 inch threads for ARRI desktop stand holder for phone, microphone, webcam, action, camera, video, light, UA057. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
But it comes with like a clamp thing for your phone. So if you wanted to use a smartphone as a camera or aim a camera like at your desk, since it's fully articulated, you can do that. And I picked it up on sale for Amazon Prime. It was, I want to say, like $22, and regular price is like $34.
Yeah. Yep. Currently on sale for $30.
Yeah, there's a coupon for it. At least now you can still get the relatively good price.
I followed through on that, and because we were talking about camera suspension and how do you do it to get it at face level, and I thought this product looked pretty cool. I think I purchased it for $14.85.
Oh, that's an even better price.
Even cheap. Yeah, it was even cheaper than what your recall was, because I'm looking at the things that were delivered today to my house while I'm in Philadelphia that my wife will yell at me about when I get home.
Sweet.
Yep. I also shared a link here, and I'll show it on camera here. I bought this little guy Stream Deck, the 6-buttoner. So now I got 3 sitting here on my desk, and it was only it was $49, and I wanted to get it just because it's just the most commonly used actions that I use all the time. I wanted to have in this small little guy here. This little guy right here. I'm gonna have it on camera, and I have a link in the show notes. And it has 6 buttons, and of course you could do multiple pages just like you can on all Stream Decks. Something just like quick little buttons, like if you want to do volume up, volume down, there are all kinds of stuff. And the Stream Decks are so flexible. And I've got a 12 button, and I've got the Stream Deck Plus, and so I'm set here with the little. But I like this better than having that big giant one like you have, Marty, with the 32 buttons, because it just
and until you come up with 32 scenes because you've got 5 guests and you want it. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I'm slowly creeping up to larger and larger.
I don't think you can go any larger what you have, but it was only $49 when it was on sale, so I got a good deal.
That's nice.
Check that out.
Yeah, I started with this Stream Deck Neo as the base one, and then quickly ran out of space with that and moved to the XLR Stream Deck. Not the XLR. I moved to the MK2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anybody else want to add anything before we can move on?
I ended up, I bought a thing to jumpstart my car because winter is upon us. Mm-hmm. But my old one was old USB-B, and I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. So everything's USB-C. So I ordered myself a brand new USB-C car jumper, which I really love. Having that. And the big thing that I bought was the Focusrite Generation 4. And this is where Jeff is going to tell me I either did a good job or a bad job, because I have Generation 3, and I am at the top limits on all the microphone settings for it. And this one has more gain. So
nice. Nicely done. The Focusrite, they do really good equipment.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. So anyone wants a 3rd generation, I got it right here for you.
And just the regular Gen 4 or like the Scarlet?
The 212, Scarlet 212.
Okay.
Yep.
I still have hopes that my friend is going to do it. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I would, but I have the Gen 3 Solo sitting right behind my MacBook.
Okay.
Yep. One more thing, if anybody wants to add, make sure you put that link in the show notes for me, Jill. Appreciate it.
Oh, sure.
Anybody else want to reveal what they bought?
Hey, Dave, not a thing that I bought, but I'm setting you up to spend money, and probably Marty too. Did you know that your Stream Decks can be mounted? So that you can get brackets and stuff. So you could get like a bar that runs across in front of your monitor, but below the view area. So you can have all those buttons just right there in front of you all the time.
Oh, okay. Put that link in the show notes too, since we talked about it.
I guess I better go find one for you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on because we're running a little short on time here. One thing I wanted to mention, we're going to move on to news here. Apple did modify the in-store mag stands to prevent iPhone 17 marks, because a lot of people were reporting that the 17 and the 17 Pro models were seen showing marks appearing on the display models. So apparently it comes after the Apple last month confirmed that worn MagSafe chargers in retail stores were causing what appeared to be scratches on the 17 Pro and Pro Max. They said it was actually a material transfer from the stand to the iPhone and could be removed with cleaning. They also noted that it was the other models like the 16 were affected by the problem too. So they replaced them, or they put some covers on them to protect it. So problem solved, right? I saw, Ben, you posted this in a Slack from Mac Voices, but Tag Heuer did come up with a smartwatch, and it is going to be now made to work with iPhone. They announced the connected Calibri E5 watch that has made for iPhone certification, and the watchmakers. Now, the watchmaker abandoned Google's Wear OS. 3 years after launching its E4, the E5 comes in two cases, 45 millimeter, new more compact 40 millimeter. They're powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 5100 Plus, and the 45 millimeter model has a 1.39 inch MLED display, and it's got some different stuffs here. So it's a bit of a transition going over to Apple. I think this watch is probably pretty much out of a fair amount of our budget, because I don't know if I want to spend $1,600 for a watch. But Ben, what were your thoughts on that? What caught your eye on this?
I mean, number one, the fact that it seems to have official Apple certification.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, which is, to my knowledge, this is the first time Apple has actually worked with someone to get another smartwatch actually fully working with the iPhone.
Yeah.
And two, honestly, I can see why, because this does not have the same buyer base as any Apple Watch.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, this is for a certain clientele that has certain money, likes this brand. It also makes me wonder if they would kind of open things up to other higher end brands that aren't direct competitors to the Apple Watch.
Yeah. Anybody have any thoughts about this watch besides Ben?
It's cool they did it.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yep. I agree.
Is it shipping now?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Don't open your wallet.
Yeah.
You open it very wide, you're going to need to.
It's a $1,600 dongle that you stick on your wrist.
That's right.
Well, I noticed Webb was asking, so I thought I would.
Oh, was he? Oh, yeah. Was that Webb's?
For Webb, that'll be just what he found in his couch cushion.
God. Oh. This story's for you, Jeff. This story is for you, Jeff. Apple hosts an unusual Colorado event to showcase latest hardware. Apple had invited a group of social media influencers into Colorado this week for an unusual event involving group hiking, trail running, and other outdoor activities designed to showcase the company's recent launch of the 17 Pro Max, the AirPods Pro 3, and the Apple Watch Ultra 3. The invitations was shared on X, Twitter, and and they said, "Hi, Johnny. We're so excited to welcome you to Colorado. Please enjoy this bag of essentials during your time here, and see you soon." And it had a backpack of and blazed with Apple's logo and a white flask. I got some Apple swag out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think, Jeff? You missed it.
I missed it. And
they didn't invite you.
Or maybe they did, and the email is lost somewhere in the mail app, and I just can't find it. Okay, so cool idea, and I'm sure that even beyond In Touch with iOS, they're getting a lot of coverage about this.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it's a pretty brave move doing an event like this in Colorado in October, because it could be so hot that you get radiation poisoning, or it could be like sub-zero in the mountains. It's a total crapshoot. So what? I didn't check to see where they actually did this, but I'm assuming there was enough mountainy stuff that that with the weather we've had, that they got caught in some snow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, Apple's focus on fitness. I did a whole presentation about it because I know how much they love it. So I love it.
It was a really good presentation. Your Mac Stock Prezzo. I liked it.
Yeah, I said that too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We just talked about this company actually. This is how you can get all of your Apple devices in the new Cosmic Orange. I know Marty's going to be signing up for this right away. This is
orange, not Cosmic Orange. It's the same. It's the same color that you see on a Home Depot sign.
It's pumpkin spice.
Am I seeing Switch controllers in Cosmic Pumpkin Spice Home Depot Orange?
And an Xbox.
Oh, yeah, and an Xbox.
The Mac is coming. The Mac is coming for that.
And a Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, Steam Deck too. Yeah,
and about 40 Apple or about 40 Android devices.
So, like I said, a lot of people aren't a fan. I'm actually a fan of I really like I'm glad I got the Cosmic Orange on the 17 Pro Max. But plenty of people do like it, and it's available for many of your iPhone devices or Apple devices, and others. A Switch, I think, is showing there as well. This is D-Brand. We just talked about them. That we had the little mask covering for the Vision Pro. This has the new color for a wide range of accessories. Like I said, the iPhone, the iPhone Air, the MacBooks, iPads, AirPods, even Android phones, and it looks like Nintendo Switch. So they are describing this as skins as a knockoff of Apple's color. make any device Cosmic Orange. When Tim Cook handpicked this new Cosmic Orange colorway, he had no idea we'd be ripping it off for an color matched skin. To be fair, we didn't think it to be popular enough to warrant a ripoff, but now we have it. There you go. As it is, we're all happy, and then you can even turn your Android into a Temu phone. This D-Band company is very humorous. Every time I get emails from them, they always have humorous things that they talk about. Come on, Marty, you're going to have to start.
I'm just saying, someday you'll be able to look back at this device from a nostalgic standpoint. And that someday you'll probably be 10 days from
now. Yeah.
Aww.
Anybody else have any thoughts?
Oh, it's fun.
I'm looking at their stuff right now to see how much it's going to cost to get an orange skin for my MacBook Pro. I hope you're happy, Dave.
You can just use a spray tan machine and cover it.
Yeah. That's true. Or
that's true. You
go hang out with someone who's eating Cheetos.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the only problem is if you have everything in high visibility, meant Cosmic Orange, people might Shanghai you into doing construction.
Well, that's going to be on them now, isn't it? Sure, I'll wire that. Here, look this for me. Okay, let's go.
Hey, These orange devices will come in very handy during deer hunting season.
Right.
It's wabbit season.
Yeah. I was just walking through the woods that had hunting going on, and I just hold my phone up.
That's smart. They actually have some really fun-looking skins.
I like the AirPods Cosmic Orange. That's a nice, that's a neat idea.
Yeah, D-band. Just leave it to D-band here.
Yeah.
Anyway, a couple more stories here before we wrap up. More Apple Apple apps are now getting the liquid glass redesigned. They updated the Apple Support apps, adding liquid glass design to match the rest of iOS 26. Both apps now feature the liquid glass interface elements such as the more rounded buttons, the floating navigation bars, the translution in some areas. They also feature liquid glass app icons that look with the multiple layers of glass stacked up a number of others there. So Test Flights appears to have done it as well for who does. That's of course who tests apps ahead of time here. But the Apple Support is the dedicated app for getting help with your device. So, and of course, both apps are free to download. Anybody here? Are you guys like Apple? I mean, I'm. It's growing on me. Liquid glass. I have a friend who can't stand it, and it just annoys the heck out of him. Wants to turn it off, but of course they don't let you turn it off. You can. We've talked about that before. You can go to accessibility and kind of tone it down. But what does anybody think about this? With apps?
Growing on me.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I mean, the same thing when I see on the Apple Watch, you have it when you have to put your code in before it syncs with your phone. I like the way the buttons look.
Yeah, that's where I notice liquid glass the most.
Yeah, me too.
Just see on the Apple Watch logging
and
in.
passcodes on phones too. I mean, they've done a nice job of adjusting that, so it looks pretty electric.
Yeah,
but I mean, it would have been nice if this would have been all day one. I mean, if you're expecting developers to all go get all their apps to liquid glass and you can't even do it yourself for a month.
Yeah, that's true. So let's wrap up here with just a little bit more CarPlay discussion here. This was interesting. Rivian, the CEO, doubled down on the decision that he is not going to offer Apple CarPlay. He had talked about this on the Verge Decoder podcast who was the guest host, Joanna Stern, that the EV maker was going to continue to pass on Apple's CarPlay completely, both standard version and even more advanced Ultra. Echoing his previous comments on the matter, he said Rivian is focused on offering a seamless digital experience where customers do not need to switch between its own software and CarPlay. Instead, they prefer to provide a a la carte selection of built-in apps such as Apple Music, Google Maps, Spotify, and YouTube. And they're very confident on the Rivian's decision to do that. Of course, so does Tesla. So does now GM on their electric cars. And Ben, what do you think about this?
Rivian, you're breaking my heart. Number one, if I do not have CarPlay, it is not a seamless experience for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, if I have to use Google Maps or whatever hell else map they want me to use, that's making it a pretty big pain in the butt for me.
Yep.
I mean, granted, look, I'm not anywhere near Rivian's, income level. But if I were to win the lottery tomorrow, as great as their trucks are, the lack of CarPlay would cause me not to buy one.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. I think that's pretty much the consensus of all of us here on the panel. That I just don't want a vehicle without CarPlay.
The seamless experience I want is with my phone, not with my car.
Yeah.
You know, I brought this discussion up to my wife, and she's not cued into tech like we are.
Sure.
But she was like, well, what do you do with your phone if you don't have CarPlay? And I was like, whoa, that was kind of
that's
powerful.
Telling right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my wireless connector for CarPlay was not working right, and then I got so fed up. I said I need to have the car connected, so I had to reconnect it to my Uconnect, and I'm like, oh my god, now I know why I hated this, because it's like it's like I'm back like 10 years ago of technology. Now the way that the Uconnect did it back then, I mean, my car is about 7 years old, so but crazy.
And even the Uconnect CarPlay interface sucks, where it puts itself around CarPlay.
Yeah. Because I would plug. You can plug because you could plug it in directly and just use its own CarPlay interface. But yeah, it's not great. Where I'm using the third party wireless one that finally I got it to work right. So,
but I saw something, didn't pursue it, but I don't know. Maybe I was going through Amazon looking for tech, and they had like screens or like tablets that you would act as CarPlay if you plugged your phone into it. And that was the first time I ever seen that
you can do that for cars who don't have it.
I just
capability.
Bought one. I bought the one that Allison suggested, and it was $26, and I'm going to put it in my Element.
Yeah. And the funny thing about all those, they're all Android based, but it turns out Android Automotive actually makes a really good CarPlay experience.
Yeah. All right. Last story here, was just keeping the trend here for the Apple CarPlay. The CarPlay Ultra. These are the vehicle brands that still plan on offering Apple's CarPlay Ultra. As we know, Apple did release the version of the CarPlay Ultra, the long-awaited new generation version of its CarPlay software system for vehicles. However, nearly 5 months later, CarPlay Ultra is still limited to one luxury brand, and that brand is Aston Martin. So yeah, if you could shell out $250,000 for a car, sure, you could do that. In May of this past year, Apple and many other car automakers were planning to offer it, including such brands as Hyundai and Kia and Genesis. At this time, it said CarPlay Ultra would begin expanding to more vehicles around the world in the next 12 months, which now they've said this before, 2026. Apple first previewed the next generation CarPlay all the way back for WWDC in 2022. We're going back 3 years now at this point. And at the time, it shared a long list of automakers that were committed to offering the software system. That list is more than 3 years old, and it's not entirely accurate anymore. And I'm not going to go through the whole list there. But according to reports, they're saying who has confirmed that they will offer CarPlay so far. I guess it's going to be Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, and Porsche. And who won't be offering a CarPlay Ultra is Audi, the BMW, Ford, Lincoln, Mercedes-Benz, Polestar, Renault, Rivian, which we talked about, on Volvo, and of course we know GM is already out of it, and a whole long list of unclears. This is just becoming like a big debacle as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it might get to a point where Apple may have to just abandon the thing. It's going to be anything going on with that. Jeff, what do you think?
Don't rush to call this a debacle, although you may very well be right. The development time frame for cars is slow. Mm-hmm. So seeing a brand here and a brand there just starting to trickle out support for CarPlay Ultra isn't that surprising. And so I would expect over the next 5 years, we're going to see more cars supporting this. However, the number of car manufacturers that have been backtracking on supporting CarPlay Ultra is a little concerning. So I will temper your concern about this being a debacle with saying it probably won't be a full debacle, but the level of support that we as Apple product users would like to see, I don't think we're really going to get that out of CarPlay Ultra.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Anybody else want to add anything to this?
Yeah. This was a fantastic idea, but the number of car makers that Apple is royally pissing off is concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ford has been, Ford has been Apple's biggest cheerleader for CarPlay in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But when Jim Farley, yes, relation to Chris Farley, comes out
that
and
just
says
ruins the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes out and says that they have been notoriously difficult and demanding on this. I mean, it's got to be something where Apple meets in the middle with each individual car maker, or it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And I think what Jeff said was right, is that it takes a long time. And I think that they just have to talk about it. And a lot of them, I think there are two camps. There's those who are deciding they're software developers and they can make great interfaces and they want to have their own subscriptions. And like I said, Subaru tried it. They started making their own apps and they quickly got out of it and said, and ended them. And so the rest of them are thinking, we're not software developers, we're car makers. Wouldn't it be nice if software developers actually made this kind of thing? And I think maybe it's just hopeful thinking on my part, but I think cars will start to adopt it once they see how it goes for Aston Martin.
Yeah.
See, my perception on this is, if you look what the design shows, how it is in Aston Martin, that's a really specific display designed for the dashboard of an Aston Martin. And another car dealer picks it up, they're not going to be able to necessarily have the same integration. When you look at CarPlay as it is for the rest of us yahoos, it's a square with a bunch of icons on it. Mm-hmm. That translates to a lot of dashboards. But when you get into Ultra with the specific stuff they have in it and the shape of the dashboard, I'm thinking the reason some of these car dealers are pulling back on it is because it's going to force them to have to redesign their screen or their dashboard just to meet the demands of the software. They're like, can't you just give us a square with icons on it?
Yep. Agreed. All right. Well, that was a great conversation about CarPlay. We had a number of CarPlay stories this week, and great topics all around this week. So, let's go ahead and wrap up. And that's a wrap for this week. Please send your comments, questions, suggestions to our email address, which is at feedback@intouchwithios.com. You can follow us on Blue Sky and Mastodon at InTouchWithIOS. Support the show by buying me a coffee at intouchwithios.com/coffee. We would really appreciate it. You can become a patron of the show by going to patreon.com/intouchwithios. We have 2 tiers available to support the show. We would really appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you're notified when we're live streaming, which is Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/intouchwithios. Thanks to Witherbucket and Webb, Bixby, and Cletus, and a number of others that joined us this week. You can join us then. And we leave the live streams up that we've recorded, as well as you can listen to past shows. In Touch with iOS magazine on Flipboard is available. You can go to that, and our link is in our show notes. We flip a lot of stories in there. You can subscribe to the show in your favorite podcatcher, including Pocket Cast, Overcast, Apple Podcasts, and many others. But better yet, just go to our website where all the links to all the ways to listen to us are there. I am Dave Ginsburg. You can find me at Blue Sky and Mastodon at DaveG65. And let's do a reverse order here. Eric Bolden, thank you so much for being here this week. Where can people find you?
I can be found out in the woods, but if you don't want to go traipsing around out there, I'm on Mastodon at EABolden at mas.to. Otherwise, beginning of the week on Mondays with Vision Profiles in VisionOS, Tuesdays on Mac Voices of macOS, and of course here on Thursdays, rounding out the week with iOS, iPadOS, macOS, VisionOS, just to complete the week's news.
Thanks for being here. Jeff Gamet, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure. Where can people find you?
Dave, it's always a treat to hang out with you. So, social media, I'm Jay Gamet everywhere, and I am... that's not true. On LinkedIn, I'm Jeff Gamet. Anyhow, Jay Gamet on most all the social medias, and I'm most active right now on Mastodon, Blue Sky, and PixelFed. Then for shows, Tuesdays on Chuck Joyner's Mac Voices Live, here on Thursdays. Dave, thanks again for letting me be part of this. Then British Tech Network, Big Show on Thursdays, Mac Show on Fridays. Brian Chaffin and I do the Context Machine. We just released another episode right before In Touch with iOS started tonight. And Patrice Brendamore and I do Retro Rewatch.
Thank you so much. Ben Roethig, thank you always for being here. Appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me at Ben Roethig on social media. My writings and ravings on roethigtech.com. You can also find me on such podcasts as Mac Voices Live with the aforementioned Chuck Joyner and the also aforementioned British Tech Network shows, The Big and Mac Show.
Thank you so much. Marty Jencius, thank you for joining us. If you traveled to speak over there in Philadelphia, appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Thanks for having me, and it's always fun part of this near the end of the week. Jencius, Jencius on most of the socials. Blue Sky and Mastodon is where you can connect with me if you want to. Monday nights, Vision Profiles with Dave and Eric. Tuesdays with Chuck Joyner. Thursdays here with Dave on In Touch with iOS. Occasional Friday mornings with the Mac Show. I want to plug something because I'm at this conference and there's a lot of talk about AI, and I gave a presentation on AI this afternoon, adding a few more fun things in as I'm learning and developing that. But I started a podcast called AI Productivity Workflow. I had more people at the conference come up and tell me that they've been listening to that, which just surprised the hell out of me.
That's super cool.
It was cool. It's kind of fun because you don't get that connection generally, but a lot of people in our field are interested in AI and AI applications, and so they're tuned into that show. So encourage people to take a listen to that as an option.
Yes, it's happening all over. Even my work is expanding upon it, and just trying to set up a Teams group, and it's just AI everywhere. So last but certainly not least, Jill McKinley, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Well, now JillFromTheNorthwoods.com is set up, so you can find everything I do in one spot.
Make sure to put that link in the show notes.
Yeah, I did. But I do the topics of productivity, nature, and talking about issues of faith. But I mostly do that. And here's an interesting thing about AI and work is someone introduced their own AI into a meeting I was hosting with like 400 people. And tried to get, and I booted. I'm like, I don't know this other AI. We didn't sign an agreement with them, and I had to boot the other AI out of my meeting. So, yes, it's invading work everywhere.
It is. It's everywhere now. Can't ignore it. Thank you, Jill. Appreciate it. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for watching. We enjoyed doing this show, and we'll be back again next week. But until next time, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon.